Tuesday morning, how to become a successful blogger is the question. CEO of Notable.ca, Julian joining us right now with the answers. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You have built a portal for young professionals across the country, 1.5 million visitors online per month. Let's get started. If somebody's watching at home thinking, I want to find my voice, how do I create the site? What's the thing to consider with the idea itself?
Well, Riaz, I think it comes down to two initial things that everybody needs to ask themselves. One is, what's the niche that I'd be going after? And second is, what's the problem that I'm trying to solve? Where is there a void in the market, right? And then when you find what that niche is and what that problem is you're trying to solve, then you really have to make sure that it's aligned with what you're passionate about. Because to create a blog or to create an online publication takes a ton of work. So you've got to be passionate, or else you're definitely not going to put in the long hours at night and the early mornings.
You know, there are millions of blogs out there, and I think that philosophy is powerful. Give before you get with the information you're putting out there. So when it comes to a blog, maybe it's a new one, maybe it's an old one, what are the most common mistakes you see with bloggers out there today?
I mean, there's a few. So one is the consistency of content, right? So you really need to make sure you're putting out enough good content, not good, great content.
And define great content, because that's very subjective.
Of course, it's very subjective. It comes down to, I think it's the gut check. You've got to ask yourself, is it something that I would truly read? Am I going to just scan this maybe for 10 seconds, or am I going to read this cover to cover, end to end, and then am I going to maybe even share this on my social feeds? Because it's all about virality if you really want to get big online.
And pumping out the content, some people choose to do it daily, weekly, monthly. What's your formula for success for getting traction?
So to be honest, there isn't one exact science. If someone puts out an article that is so incredible, let's say once a week, that it has a lifespan much longer than the date that it was published because everyone's sharing it, that article is going to go a lot longer than, let's say, someone else who's publishing 5 articles in a day, but no one's even really reading them or sharing them.
Power of building partnerships online. You launch a site. How do you get situated with people with a similar audience and have them sharing your content, and then vice versa?
I think in that case, it comes down to the same as in any business. Is it a mutually beneficial deal? You got to make a deal, and it's got to be good for both parties. If we're going to share your content and you're going to share ours, you have to make sure that you're getting something from that arrangement, as are we. And just like in any deal, it's got to be good for both parties, or else no one's winning.
And if people are thinking about starting a blog and doing it for a living, the big question is, how do I make money doing that?
Oh, that is the question. Everyone wants to know. And, there's a few different ways online today. The marketplace is huge on the internet. There's so many different options. Some people might monetize the readers on the website themselves. Some people might say, I've got this handful of amazing, amazing people that you want to reach, advertiser, therefore you should work with our brand. There's really, a lot of ways today to make money online. It's an exciting time. There's truly no limit. The only limit that you have is that of what you put on yourself today, if you really want to make it happen on the internet, for sure.
Social media following, is it about the quantity of followers or the quality?
It's about both. It's about both. If you got a high quantity and a high quality, you are in the golden place. That's where you want to be. At the end of the day, if you can only have one or the other, I think you need to get a little look in the mirror and say, no, that's not true. We can have both. And you've got to go after both. You have to have both. And that way, those people that love your brand are also going to keep talking about your brand.
Well, your brand's all about the young professionals. Tonight, a very important event happening at Parlor in Yaletown, 6 p.m. The speaker series the Notable's been taking across the country. Who's the keynote?
So we've got John Evans. He's the man behind the Opus Vancouver and the Westin Vancouver. So it's quite the guru when it comes to architecture, real estate, and branding. He'll be speaking. It's something we're doing across Canada, Notable and Apothic Wines. It's called Discovery Sessions, and we're here tonight in Vancouver, and then we're going across the country as of tomorrow. So 6 p.m. Parlor, and we're doing something a little special today, aren't we?
Yeah, contact Citytv.ca if you want to get your networking flair going on a Tuesday night. There's the email subject line, Notable. Hit us up now. You can see Julian and crew, John Evans included, tonight again at Parlor in Yaletown. Thanks for doing this, Julian.
Great to be here. See you soon.